To excel at small talk, it would be great to avoid making these 5 common mistakes. Stay tuned. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And I want to read to you an article by a gentleman named Matthew Royce, whose title was To Excel at Small Talk, Avoid Making These 5 Common Mistakes. People who are good at small talk don't do these things. It's a pretty good article. It's got some nice points to it, and I want to share it with you. We had just gone over previously our previous video on things to do. There's a little sprinkling of that in here as well, but this has some really good stuff to it. These are things not to do. Okay? Small talk is the biggest talk we do. So says Susan Rowan, and she's an American author and speaker. One of the common sources of anxiety for people at work is little social interactions with their colleagues. Now that we're headed back to work, a hybrid work world, you're going to interact and have more face-to-face confrontations, so it's important that you know how to do small talk. Very simple. Okay? To excel in small talk, you should avoid 5 common controversial pitfalls if you want to be a master at it. Number 1, not trying to connect. Don't look at the floor, look over their shoulder, or look at your smartphone when talking to someone. Be present. Please give them your 100% attention. It's easy to view small talk as insincere. It's more than social manners or social nicety. The initial conversation is how relationships begin and how they grow. Look for ways to make a genuine connection and give it some effort. 2, talking about controversial subjects. Don't talk about sex, politics, and religion. These topics have the potential to be controversial. Don't broach them when you are small talking. You can talk about these topics in subsequent conversations, but don't do it out of the gate. Pick something simple and something that you're passionate about. It could be the food you're eating, the music playing in the background, or hobbies that you have outside of the workplace. Interrupting. Resist your urge to interrupt. Timing is everything when it comes to conversations. Wait for a lull in the conversation before you ask a question, make a statement, or tell a story. Everyone wants to talk, but no one wants to listen. People who are waiting for you to listen to them and not be interrupted. Just be actively listening. You will be better at small talk. It's because it's not that difficult if you don't interrupt and engage in what they're talking about. Don't interrupt. Number 4, communicating negatively, non-verbally. Small talk may feel like you're not saying anything of substance, but you are through your body language. We communicate more through our non-verbal communication than verbal communication. Body language provides insights into how others read you, so be cognizant of your body language. I want to give you an example from sales. All right, this is me talking, not the author here. When, I'm talking to a client and I get them to state what their objection is, all right, the tendency, the natural reaction for the salesperson that has the answer to that, to be able to overcome that objection, is to lean forward and then start giving the explanation so they can close. You've got to do exactly the opposite. Why? Because when you lean forward, people take that as sort of an aggressive action. So one of the things that I always did, and I always taught my other people, is when someone makes an objection, always sit back in your chair, physically push the chair back, and lean back. Why? Because you're relaxed. You're not going to be intense. You're going to have a conversation. Make sure you're communicating positively through your body language. Make sure you show positive gestures, facial expressions, and body movements. Unlike words, body language is done subconsciously, so don't forget how to communicate through your body during small talk. Number 5, talking too much about yourself. We love talking about ourselves. The habit starts as a child and it becomes second nature when you become an adult. However, people want a balanced conversation where each person talks about 50% of the time. When someone talks, you shouldn't focus on what you'll say, but just listen to them. Ask them follow-up questions. Put yourself in their shoes. Get rid of your urge to show off in the conversation. Let's bring it all together. If you avoid these 5 common mistakes, you can excel at small talk. Make a concerted effort to connect with others, avoid talking about controversial topics, and make sure you don't interrupt. Communicate with positive body language and don't talk about yourself too much. If you avoid these mishaps, you will become a better, more respected conversationalist and create more social connections. Okay, once again, Matthew Royce, great article. Shout out to him. Next time we get together, I have a similar article, but it's really funny. The author does a great job in connecting with us through his humor, and I really want to share that with you. It's a great article on things not to do. And until that time, remember, hey, don't ration the passion, fashion the passion. I'm Eli's dad.